we are more used to think about the voice in more aesthetical contexts, like more singing, musical, a nice voice, or etc. And then there is a political voice. There is a voice, the public voice, the public speaker's voice. Then we connect more into the ancient art of rhetorics and this perfect, ideal tone that was called sophrosine, that should be a very deep, calm voice of authority. And that was a tension and the pressure on the public speaker to have this quality, to learn it, to train it. And we can, of course, we don't need to agree, but we know from our lives, from many situations, many different examples, how we are affected by different voices, how the semantics, the content goes through the voice, and how often the pitch or the tonality, or most often the emotional component of the voice can disturb or distort the message. And this is why we are learned to connect high-pitched voices to representations of some, like, let's say, uncomfortable emotions, for example. And yeah, I often connect to this story of Margaret Thatcher, that was banned from public speaking when she started her political career. She was very high-pitched in her voice, and then the colleagues asked her to train, and she trained for 3 years in order to become an iron lady. That is not to turn, but we know how it ends. She really became an iron, and it's very, I think it's very problematic. Or I don't know, the other example is Greta Thunberg, and many opponents will say she has those like angry tones. So putting like emphasis on that, that almost like sounds like disqualification of her message. That is, as we know, super important, what she's talking about, and taking the seriousness of her speech about the climate change and the crisis, because she has a childish voice, because she's becoming angry. So I think it's a pity to be focused on those details, and again to listen and to hear. If we train ourselves to really listen beside this uncomfortable, uncanny things, the message is coming, is there. There is some, of course, also some critical practices, artistic practices to play with that tension connected to someone's voice, his master's voice, the master's voice, like Laurie Anderson playing this character of Fenway Bergamot, and only with the male voice she created a male personality. She's giving some diagnosis about American life and political situations, because at that time many people will say that women is not really in a good place to speak about the grave matters, because this gender role is connected more with the private sphere and with the family and caregiving and so on and so on. And even now we are leaving one leg into this utopia of genderlessness and we're going there, but we still have this huge baggage, like emotional baggage, and some people from other generations are still living in this very strong division, a patriarchal, oppressive division into who is who and who can speak about who and with what voice. So there are many artists also using, it's beautiful that you can use the vocal mask and make your voice sound really androgynous or derived from your origin. And so when I have some of my workshops, I will often practice that with people to record and then to play it with a different timbre and to see how much your voice can be a phenomenological like other that lives inside you. Even this very simple action that is recording a voice and hearing it from outside makes you already feel a little bit strange, because you hear yourself differently in your skull because of the autoacoustic emission and the vibration in your skull, and so on and so on. So yeah, this is very very interesting phenomenon. And also the pioneer of the voice generators, he created characters like Sweet Mary, Serious John, and so on. Like we use this kind of division still.
Looking for more resources in topics like countering disinformation, cybersecurity, personal and organizational resiliency, building positive narratives, or media literacy? Visit the Hive Mind platform, an online hub with free content, tools, online courses, and ability to connect with digital activists across the globe. Embrace the power of community with Hive Mind.